So, look, in just the last week alone, there have been 3 separate incidents, and they've left 2 boys aged 5 and another one 15 injured, and a woman has lost her life after attacks by XL bully dogs.
This is, of course, despite those tough new restrictions. Well, were they tough enough, I suppose, is the question, on anybody who's owning the breed. So will registration never actually be enough? And should all of those dogs now simply be put down? Dog trainer Kate Iwo, who's here with her registered XL bully. It's muzzled. Niger. She looks palpably bored by this conversation, frankly. We cannot interest her one jot. But, of course, you're going to say, you can't get rid of them all. It's actually, you've got to look at the owners as well.
We'll hear from you in a second.
Yeah.
Also, we've got broadcaster Mike Parry here. He thinks XL bullies are quite simply, provably, too dangerous to be pets. Yeah. So you can look at Niger there and say, hand on heart, you think that the next stop port of call should be the vets?
Yes.
And she should be put down?
Yes, I'm afraid so, and I'm sorry to have to say that. The owners here clearly loves the dog, but just looking at the dog, my first image is it looks like Hannibal Lecter, right? What quality of life has that dog got? It's muzzled all the time if it goes out, OK? It's been neutered. It's been chipped. So if it's that dangerous, it shouldn't be allowed to mix in society. The instincts originally of XL bully dogs, because they've been crossbred, are from dogs that were trained for bull baiting, bear baiting and dog fighting.
Which is incredibly cruel to the dog itself.
Incredibly cruel. Now, if those are in their DNA, if those are the instincts the dog has, it shouldn't be allowed anywhere near human beings.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I have to say that I've been researching overnight. There's one really advanced photographer, animal photographer, who said that when he takes pictures of these dogs, a lot of the time, he knows the owners are keeping the dog to make themselves look big, to give themselves a sense of authority in their community.
Right. Well, Kay is a dog owner, but Kay, look, when you hear about an owner, a female owner, who obviously loved her XL bullies, but they turned on her in the house and she's died, how does that leave you feeling?
It's a sad feeling, but it leaves me saying the exact same thing that I was saying to you last year, which is, are we going to discuss the real matter here, which is training and education? People like...
For whom?
For people like even him. He just stated, well, the dog is big like Hannibal Lecter and has a muzzle on. But there are other larger dogs. I can bring larger dogs right here, right now. What he doesn't understand is what is dog. There's so many different dogs, different breeds for different purposes. And if you were to say a Kangal, which is bred to kill, or a Jack Russell, which is also bred to kill, right? They're all both bred to kill. Different types of things. That's what dogs were bred for.
I suppose the thing is, as many people will say, if my Jack Russell nips somebody, yes, it's unfortunate, but it's not going to kill them.
We need
Whereas if Niger got up and nipped at me in its own way, that I might suffer a big injury.
If a Kangal did that to you, what would happen? If a German Shepherd did it to you, if a Belgian Malinois, I could bring so many breeds. If they bit you, what would happen?
So can I ask you why it is that XL bullies are proportionally much higher?
Because of the popularity of the commodity of what was happening in the UK over the past couple of years.
Well, let's turn to Mike again. Hang on, Mike. I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
How would, let's say your view prevails, very briefly, 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
How would you enforce this? Because so many owners would simply say, I love my dog. If you think I'm taking it to the vets today to be put down, you can think again.
No, I'd have them taken away. I mean, the only legal dogs, XL bullies in this country now are registered. We know where they all are, and they should go away. It's only common sense.
You're not even making sense. You're not.
I am making sense. It's only common.
You're not making no sense.
If you want...
If you're talking about size of a dog is making you feel afraid, there's so many dogs you can feel afraid of.
No, not at all.
And if you're talking about the purpose of the breed, then you don't understand the purpose of an XL.
Why does that dog have jaws which are so strong they break arms?
The dog has a muzzle because it's the law. It's not
why would you want a dog that is a killer dog?
And Mike,
how is it a
Kay and Mike.
It's
the debate that we're going to keep having, isn't it? I'm unfortunate to say. Next time there's a story in the news.
Hugely passionate.
But thank you both for coming here. You represent 2 very different points of view.